Hey guys, it is Chris slash Siri. Oh, and this is Oi. And you've probably seen the other cut a few times. That's Cali Coo, California. Cali. Um, anyways, I want to talk about fear. I think everybody will say to me, "Hey, Chris, a little fear is healthy," and I agree. I think a little fear is healthy. Like, don't touch that stove. You should fear a stove because you might get burned, or you should. I understand having a little element of something to so we don't literally physically get hurt. But then there's also the fear. And fear and denial. Those are my two favorite words. And I made up this quote once that went, fear and denial are more powerful than, fear and denial, they kill more people more than guns. Fear and denial, they kill more people than guns. No, fear and denial, they kill more dreams, yourself, the people around. I don't remember, something like that. Fear and denial is just a bad thing, okay? Really, really bad. I have to go look for it now. I'm going to look for it, guys. Sorry, Google. They kill more dreams, relationships, and they kill everything, okay? Just let's put it like that. Fear and denial, they kill everything in this week, and that's their jobs. That's what they're supposed to do, okay? And I think they're the two most powerful words that we don't talk about. They're so underrated. And one time we were talking about it on LinkedIn like a couple years back, and it became quite the subject. Because I was under Siri Jules and that one. But it's a long story there. I had a hacking in an account. Long story. I tried to change the zip code. It wouldn't change the zip code. So it put me in Trump Tower. So I decided to talk to a lot of you billionaires out there about implementing AI safely, so you're not giving like a child a handgun. I think we talked about that, but that's a long story, and I already had a debate about that the other day, and I don't want to have another debate about that, so I'm not going to talk about it. Anyways, and I wrote down once on my board, just ask yourself, if fear and denial, especially fear, and you must have crazy about denial. We understand the definition of fear, right? We all have fear with phobias and yada yada yada. Or y'all have lots of phobias. Y'all are so scared. That's what got me started on the blog with you guys. Cause I never was afraid of what am I going to say to that person on the bus. I'd go, hey, what's up? That's the first thing I'd say to the person on the bus. Or hi. Or knowing me, there's no filter on me. I can kind of go out there. I just say whatever I feel like. I don't think I've really been afraid of people. Maybe I should have been. I should have been more afraid. Maybe if I was more afraid, what happened to me wouldn't have happened to me. And I've learned, and I got myself in a lot of trouble. But if you're afraid, you shouldn't be afraid of people. You should be afraid of yourself. I mean, that's one thing that's going to kill you is yourself before anybody else is. I said when I have a handgun, if I had to put like the worst of myself in a room with a guy in a handgun, I'd be like, I don't know which one is more lethal. Something to think about. We can really sabotage ourselves. I mean, it's funny in the last video I'm talking about being your own best friend, but yet we don't. We sabotage ourselves. We sabotage the people around us, and it's all stemming from fear. Now, the crazy thing about denial is, and I love denial. I love to talk about denial because it's really underestimated. Because denial. Here's the crazy thing about denial, and when you think about it, it makes you laugh because it's just like, yeah, it is what it is. To me, I define it as you actually can lie to yourself. You actually you pick up a lie about yourself. You did it, not somebody else, and hiding it from you. You made up a lie about yourself, and then you believe a lie. You actually believe your own lie. You know what they say? They say people with like lots of like schizophrenics or multiple personalities, that they literally, like when they're in their like one personality, like let's say they had like eye vision problems, they literally have eye vision problems. They are tested from like, what do you call them, ophthalmologist, and they have like, if they had like a heart murmur or a different, what is that, not like the heart has different rhythms, whatever, like a murmur in it. They may not have it in that one personality, but they have it in the next one. I think, now someone correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't their blood type change too? Which brings up a whole plethora of questions besides just the fear and denial. It brings up like our mind and what it can do. So if it can change our physiology, it means that we have the power to change ourselves in very significant, profound ways. We can heal ourselves. We'll go into that soon, because I know we're going something here. But let's just start small, okay? Let's start with what we can do right now, okay? We will be able to do that, and we will get there. Let's start with the fear and denial. So we understand that denial is the how much time do I have? Oh, yeah, 4 minutes left to 7 up. Okay, so fear and denial. I wrote a thing down on my little chalkboard. No one actually ever filled it out, but it was, where would you be? Who would you be? Where would you be at? And who would you be with if fear and denial never played a huge role in your life? If you had no fear, what kind of career would you have? Would you be with the person you want to be with? Where would you live? I mean, they're good questions to ask yourself. I always ask myself, how much do I allow fear and denial to play a role in my life? And some people think I'm just a little bit out there and I'm just not very realistic. I kind of think these kind of think small scale. Because everything I really ever wanted, I did. And just because I went through a bad period in my life, that was a chapter. And I don't want to live the normal average life that everybody lives anyways. I want to live different lives. You know what I mean? I want to live different experiences. So people, I don't know, people are just going to make up whatever they want to believe, because people have their own denial, and they have to, the world is an illusion to us, anyways, and they say we're manifesting our realities all the time. Yeah, somewhat, you can't help it if you're born into a family with no money. You cannot help it. You cannot help if society already has a stigma against, a particular group. You cannot change that. That is not your manifestation. Could it be a challenge? We talked about it in the last video. Yes, and why do we have challenges? So you can become legends. So we're going to discuss that. We all have free will. Another short topic, another time. Go back in the videos. But fear and denial. What I wrote is that fear and denial, they kill more dreams, people and relationships. That's what it was. More than guns and cancer combined. Think about it. A lot of bitter people, really angry out there, and I really believe it's because they settled for this like three-dimensional world. They weren't allowed to have dreams. I mean, they go over to make money. Well, yeah, you do, but you could also struggle and wait till you hit it big. I mean, there's different challenges for everybody, and it's always a risk you're going to take. But I'd rather risk going after my dreams than risk being miserable. But then maybe somebody who's miserable, and I don't know, you can meet someone like me, and then we can all, I don't know, who knows. The point is, we all have choices in life, and you know what? Unfortunately, there are consequences, and I have learned very, very hardcore about mistakes versus regrets. Have you noticed that when any decision you're going to make, hey, I'll use a woman having a baby as an example. A woman gets pregnant, right? Okay, so that's a good thing. We'll say, for the record, it's a good thing. But even with that good choice, the consequences are she's going to be hurting. She has to raise the baby. She's got to feed the baby. The money. There is consequences for having a good thing. Even with a bad decision, there's consequences. Okay, let's use alcohol. Alcohol is technically a bad thing. We'll just say for this record. I mean, some people think it's a good thing, you know what I mean? And I think it's a good thing every now and then, but we'll just say it's a bad thing, just for like, let's say I'm an alcoholic, okay? So, it's a bad thing. If I drink too much, I'm going to, the negative consequences, I'm going to have a hangover and da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. But the good consequence is you get the effect. It takes off that filter. You didn't think you could really speak in front of that crowd, and now that you can't, no one can get you to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Liquid courage. So there are good consequences even with the bad thing. So in life, you're going to have it either, you're going to be consequences no matter what you do. Just know that. It's got to figure out which ones has the consequences you're willing to live with. Play the tape all the way through. Always play your tape all the way through, people. And I'm very good at doing that today. I say, okay, I look at how long I've been alive. Like, okay, so I haven't had this opportunity in this amount of time. What's probabilities I'm not going to have it in that next 40 years amount of time? You know what I mean? It'd be great if I just kept running into this every year, even though not having it for 40 years. But there's like a reality here, and you have to be realistic with yourself. That's where denial definitely comes in. Okay, if you believe your own lies, that's your own problem. You're gonna have consequences either way. So just be aware of that in your life. I think they say the most important thing is love, and I think love is very important. It's a word that we all use. Really do. But we all use that word. Remember, love, and we don't really, those of you, that's great. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm getting at. But then the two words that we don't really talk about, they plague ourselves every day. We're waking up. Here they are. Going to bed at night. Here they are. You don't. At the end of the day, you go to bed with yourself at the end of the day, anyways. Like I said, I'd rather have a lot more mistakes on my resume than regrets, because mistakes are temporary, and there's no one that remembers them anyways. No one else is going to be going, I wonder what Johnny, when you remember he sang the wrong song in that show, I wonder if he's really feeling it. That'd be funny. They don't care. No one cares. No one's really focused on you when they go to bed at night. Maybe it's someone that cares about you. They might be thinking about you when they go to bed at night, but yeah. Maybe your best friend thinks about you before you go to bed at night. You think about your best friend? No. So, make a fool of yourself. Just, jump into the void, risk, because you can make a mistake, and then you can undo the mistake, or you can get out of the mistake. Now, regret you can't, redo. You don't get like, oh, can I try a little, try this? No, you can't. So if you made a mistake, make sure you correct it before it becomes a regret. Regrets are really painful. And what sucks about regrets is we knew, like what really hurts one is like, when you could have, later on the road, you could have had whatever you wanted, but by your own fear, you didn't go after. Those are the ones that kick your ass. It's not the things that oh, I didn't go out for that, audition, but you kind of knew you weren't going to get the audition, whatever. I mean, bad example, you should always go for every audition, but the point is when you know, because at the end of the day, let's say if you wanted that thing and all they had to say was no, it doesn't change you not having it at all. That's what people confuse. I've learned that the hardcore way. I'd rather just get rejected, because I'm not going to have it anyways, than miss an opportunity. So think about that before you make decisions in your life. Think about, is this a mistake? And I can, fix a mistake. We all make mistakes. I say make them all. Make lots of mistakes. But don't be corrected. If it's whatever it is. Don't watch out for regrets. Don't be in denial. I'm not going to regret it. Denial is a very dangerous place. Some people have ego denial. I think they're a lot better than what they are. And some people just have to it's different. I can give you examples of it, but y'all are, grown-ups and y'all can figure that out, what that is. So, whenever you make a decision about something, make sure you play the tape all the way through and you sell it to the end, and it's the right decision for you. Make sure those consequences aren't which one, which one is going to have the most, and you might want to go with the one with the least. Sometimes you jump in that void anyways. But make sure it's not your fear from your own inadequacy. Because if your heart really, really wants something, no matter what it is, if it was a career or a relationship, an animal, whatever it is, how you know is when you go to bed every night thinking about it. When you wake up thinking about it. That's how you know it's something that you probably should go after. If it only lasts a few days, maybe still go after it, hit it. But if it's something that's been on your mind for a long period of time, like a dream, don't let your fears hold you back from your dream. Of course, you have to do the preparation, means the moment. You have to go through you still have to, being a good person comes into play with you getting that to that reality, karmically, spiritually, what you put in, you put out, some, hard work. The only one to tell you can't either. I got hurt recently. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to come out at all. This person hasn't completely saw me so the way it was hard. I didn't think that someone could view me like that and calls me names that because somebody else said something. I don't know. It's just not me. I have to sit back and I have to kind of take it because I care about them and unconditional love. But, well, now I know to let it go. And I can. Because, well, for me, I'll just tell you this about myself. I wouldn't want to be with somebody who doesn't care about the way I feel. Won't even listen to me. Because you know what? I don't really, everything that they say is not correct. I mean, I find them saying things that are not that are not facts all the time. A lot of facts. They're very brilliant, but it's like, okay. Because some people want to be right, and some people want to be happy, and he's one of those people who want to be right. He's miserable sometimes, but okay, you can be right. But I'm not going to spend my time, which I found out this time. I don't care how much money you think you got. I don't care what your ego or denial is telling you. I would never, ever be with somebody who doesn't can treat me like shit and not even care about it. Who's unaccountable for what they bring to the table. Who can never be wrong. Who doesn't even care about my feelings. You can give me all the flowers in the world. You can give me all the cosmetics in the world. If you don't care about how I feel, that's a deal breaker right there. But no one wants that. So as they're all high and mighty, and they got it because I'm not, socially where I should be. They don't think. I don't give a fuck. Because I have integrity. I care about how you feel and other people feel. I'm going to have money. I'm going to have all the money I need. One day, soon, I'm manifesting it. Someone's going to buy this. Someone's going to buy me as an actress or something, I could do a lot of things. There's a lot I bring to the table. Only is one person. And I'm not going to be afraid of all the no's I'm going to hear and all the people that reject me. I don't care. Reject me. It's like, I'm in the LA industry. People reject me all the time. Like well, whoop. Oh, okay, well, I made a mistake on that one, but oh well. All he needs that one yes. Colonel Sanders, all he needed was a one yes. To sell his 27 delicious spices and deliciousness. I don't know what this is. Spices. It was delicious. All he needed was one yes. Okay. So, I feel with the odds. I pretty much got this. Got this in the bag, and I'm not gonna let my fear or what somebody else tells me I can't do it. Sometimes I even wonder why I do this show. And you know why I do it? I told somebody I was going to tell you guys about these, but for real, because he told me I'm good. That's the reason why I do this. I'm so defiant. And it's like, he's like, you got to go do this, you got to do that. Now I'm like, I wanted to, but now I'm like, no. Because I'm that defiant. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, you tell me don't touch the stove. I'm going to touch the stove now because you told me not to do it. I mean, it's like such the alcoholic, like, narc thing. And like, you know, like I tell him things and he's like, we're just like such kids. And he does the same thing too. You know what I mean? He's like, the thing is, he doesn't realize we're so similar. Just I'm used to people doing what I say because I have a better way of, you know, and I'm right. Anyways, but he's like, he's not. But, you know, but the thing is, you know what? I'll be right with somebody and someone's be right for me. And, you know, I have my options out there. You know what I mean? You know. But the point is I don't care what, if they don't necessarily like me, because I do. I like me. And like I said from the last video, wherever you go, you take yourself with you. Well, you can take your master negative attitude around wherever you go. I don't take me around wherever I go now because I'm okay with it now. And I'll bet you one thing. I don't wish them any harm. I'm going to be happy. Because you draw happiness to you. You know what? And they say about happiness, happiness comes from you, not to you. So remember that. If you're waiting around for happiness, like some of my sisters, I'm not going to mention any names, they get real pissed off. I'm wonderful. I'm all this in a bag of chips. How come my happiness isn't here? I deserve it. Those people get real bitter real fast. They're entitled to it. They're not entitled to shit. Happiness comes from you. And you can't do that thing of like, well, I mean, are you going to give it to me first? If you have to give it to me first, and then I'll give it to you some. You just got to give it. Just got to give it away. Some people are going to take it. Some people take it away. But if you're giving it, you're always recycling it. So don't ever be afraid of that. You know what I mean? It's like I gave him all my love. But there's more from that. And I'm not going to stop because I got hurt like they did. I'm smarter than that. My emotional intelligence is quite high. I got the secret. It's hard to implement that secret. It is hard when you've been hurt. I too can throw words back very quickly. I do too have anger issues and I work on them. But I also got very conscious of it's my fear and denial. And if I ever want happiness and love, I have to just be unconditional about it. Because when you find that self-love in yourself, there's another way of looking at it. I kind of feel sorry for them in a way. Because wherever you do go, there you are. It's the same people with just different names. Karma, everything comes into play. I definitely paid my bad karma debt, so I'm ready for the good to come in. And I know it's going to come in. And I'm going to do really good things once the money and things come in. Because I took my struggles and I just had a choice. You're going to be jaded, pissed off, or you're going to learn from it. I learned. I've also saw what it's like when people don't learn theirs. It brings misery. So, go after your dreams. And just know Even if you sometimes don't feel like there's a lot you have, you always have love. And it will always get you through anything every time. I forget about that sometimes, but the world's kind of brutal. People are very selfish today, more than they've ever been. And a lot of people just aren't as nice as they used to be. But that's why I know I'm quite the catch. And I know that, whether they know it or not. We can all get create some people. But I'm not into about the quantity of those of the quality. And I thought I found them, but I made a mistake. Mistakes are temporary. Regrets. Ooh, painful. I'm not going to say anything more from there. But I hope that helps you guys. And no one's told you this in a while. I love you. I do. And if someone's trying to put your light out, just remember you can always glow.